So what women might not realize looking at this training is that not only do you get embodied and educated in de-armouring, the pleasure temple method, and how to really hold space in a deep way for groups of women, but more so this year training is really fucking about you stepping into your full sovereign power as a woman, and to really, really allow yourself to be seen and for your leadership to come forward in the world. So if you are really ready to fully step up and step in your truest alignment in the world, then this training is really for you to get that support. And what we are doing on this training is the deepest level of clearing out what is holding you back. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like where we are now as a humanity, it's such a crossroad. And the question arises is where are we going to go from here? And I know that women's voices and the wisdom coming from women is needed now more than ever. It's really a time for women to actually trust in what they are here to give and trust their leadership. Multiple awakened masters and world leaders have foreseen this coming, that women are going to lead us through this rite of passage, through some of the changes that we are actually experiencing now on a global and collective level.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like we are deeply passionate about is also how to start that transformation from within. And of course, I'm thinking here about trauma, I'm thinking about nervous system, because anything that compromises our aliveness, our life force energy, is naturally going to hinder our complete freedom in this world. So we have to start addressing the places that are contracted in us, the places that are numbed, the fact that we have learned over years to live with less life force energy and to live in a way that is adapted for this society. And many women are like, I don't even know what is living the feminine way. How does that look like? Mm. So this is also what we are really experiencing on a deep level in this training, is how do we do it the feminine way?
Exactly. And so if you're feeling this deep call, but you're in this like cycle of holding back, or these patterns keep showing up and stuff, like we are really here to, throughout a whole year, support women to clear out those deep subconscious fears, traumas, nervous system reactions towards stepping out as a fully blossomed, powerful woman, to really be seen and express herself, which is what is needed for yes. your purpose to flow and really come into alignment, but also for the world. And yeah. Of course, there is such a long lineage of shit that has happened to the feminine, and suppression of our voice, and all these like traumas, sexual traumas. So this training is about both you embodying yourself fully and stepping out and stepping up, and full support to do that, owning your fucking voice and your value, but also for you to learn how to really facilitate and hold space for women and groups of women doing this work. Yeah. And maybe we should speak into that a little bit, because what is it really, what the work looks like in the Pleasure Temple de-armouring training?
Yeah, just to start it off on an energetic level before moving into the practical, I just want to say that I feel women have been distorted in their natural ability to be transmitter to each other. I feel the distortion has been in the way that we have been put up to compete against each other in a vicious way, that natural ability that we have to heal each other. I mean, a woman is so receptive, but when she comes into feel with other women, if she doesn't have those defenses towards other women, and one woman becomes orgasmic, that's going to create a ripple wave for the other women to experience the same state. Now, I'm just saying that to put the ground of what we women have natural as our ability. And of course, this is a training, right? So we are doing this in a very, very down-to-earth practical way. We are going to teach you how to be a leader, how to teach, how to facilitate one-to-one spaces, deep immersions. And we are going to train you in specific techniques. Maybe you want to share a little bit about what are those techniques and
Yeah, so it's basically for you, if you are already working with people on some level, and then to learn de-armouring, the pleasure tempo method, which is how to clear out armor and these subconscious blockages in the nervous system and traumas to fully activate a woman's body into her life force flow and her full power and openness and juice and like clear fucking boundaries and all this like embodied like power and for you to feel at home in your soul and essence in your body. And that journey of embodiment, going through that yourself, but also being able to give that to other women is really such a fucking gift. Like really, really a gift.
The gift.
And you and I are, I don't know how many years it is, but we have together.
We are nerds.
We're nerds in this. We have many years of experience working with de-armouring, the nervous system, trauma, pleasure, female sexuality, and so we are going to dive really deep in that, and how to hold space for women that is within the field of embodiment work, but really from a place of how to take other women into their power. So it's not about us being the center of attention, but how can we in spaces take women into their power? And yeah, and now I lost it, but there was something important. Yeah.
If I may step in, because I feel like this all kind of way that is leading like this, it's kind of a little bit outdated now, you know, and we are starting collectively to realize that the guru, the teacher, the master is within us. It was always there. It's the essence of our being. Our healer is not something outside of us, but it is our life force energy, right? That is what ignites the healing. And if we can trust that tiny voice from our essence, all the answers are already available for us. And not just the answers to what we need for our life, but also the answers to what do we collectively need right now. How do we navigate this spaceship Earth to the paradise that it actually is meant to be? Right, so yeah, it begins, it has to begin with the inner transformation, but of course, as that happens, it goes out and it flowers and it affects everything around it.
Yeah, and what is really important for me to underline here is that yes, we are teaching different methods and ways in this bodywork and the group space holding, but what we really want is that you stand in your unique alignment and your unique leadership and really follow your intuition. Like that is the deepest goal. So of course, there is a lot of integrity work in doing de-armouring and this body work, and we are really standing up for that. But besides that, like we want you to be in your power and your intuition. So if you are feeling ready to really take the lead now and work on the micro level of the macro level changes that needs to happen if you want to really be for the feminine, sacred feminine, to help the planet in these ways. And if your alignment is to work with women and embodiment, then we invite you to look at this training and feel into if it's for you, and then you can apply. We take through applications to really feel the match, and then we can have a talk with you.
And we are so ready to welcome you, and we are so happy to be on the leading edge of this work and for the planet, and to feel that rising of this wild innate feminine intelligence that is happening collectively. And we're just like, we're here.
Yes.
You know, this is our voice, this is our sex, this is our emotion, this is our heart, this is the way we love, this is the way we are going to lead the planet. And also pleasure is absolutely an important key to this. There is a lot of still shaming around the depth of women's sexuality and the largeness of her and the largeness of her pleasure. And we are also here to kind of call out that bullshit, because we need that. We really, really need it.
Amen. Aho.
Yahoo!